Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Jacqueline Gentry, and I am the chair of the Department of Nursing at Missouri Western. On behalf of the nursing faculty, I would like to welcome you to the White Coat Ceremony for the BSN class of May 2023. We are excited to honor our nursing students as they begin their journey into professional nursing practice. Tonight, the nursing students will be welcomed into the clinical practice of nursing by donning their white coats, which are a timeless symbol of care and compassion in healthcare. Traditionally, students are coated by the nursing faculty. However, given the unique times that we are experiencing, students have been given the option to coat themselves or have a friend or family member of their choosing coat them. The White Coat Ceremony was established by the Gold Foundation in 1993 for medical schools, and then in 2014, the ceremony was extended to include nursing as a recognition for the vital role of nursing within the healthcare team. Through initial funding from the Gold Foundation and a collaboration with the American Association of Colleges of Nursing, a new tradition in nursing education began. Today, over 300 schools of nursing hold white coat ceremonies. The purpose of the white coat ceremony is to welcome students into clinical nursing practice with an emphasis on providing compassionate, collaborative, and excellent patient care. The Gold Foundation provides all students with a Keeping Healthcare Human lapel pin. The pin serves as a visual reminder to each student that in order to deliver the best patient care, compassion and empathy must be at the center of their clinical practice. The logo on the pin is the Mobius loop, which symbolizes the continuous bond of trust, respect, and communication that connects nurses with their patients when humanism is kept at the center of healthcare. Before we move forward with the ceremony, I would like to take a moment to thank Stephanie Stewart, Associate Professor, for her leadership in organizing this very special event. I would also like to thank the nursing faculty and staff who provide critical support to our program. Each team member's contributions to the success of the Missouri Western Nursing Program and to our students is immeasurable. Each nurse here this evening brings a tradition of excellence that they hope to pass on to future nurses. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the students, families, and friends who have joined us in honoring the nursing students in this special white coat ceremony. And we will now begin our white coat.
Thank you, Dr. Gentry. Our first student is Carolyn Anderson. Carolyn is from Raymore, Missouri. Carolyn states that she is driven to be a nurse to be able to care for people. I have always wanted to care for others and be someone that they could trust and confide in. Nursing allows me to do just that. Carolyn is coated by her mom, Carrie Anderson. Katie Andrews. Katie is from Kansas City, Missouri. Katie says, I love patient care and want to make a difference in my patients' lives by ensuring that they receive quality care. Katie is coated by her sister, Sarah Gillies, who is also a Missouri Western State University nursing graduate from 2017. Ari Basilaki. Ari is from Smithville, Missouri. Ari says, I want a meaningful career dedicated to helping others so that when I can look back, I won't regret not doing what I could do. Ari is coated by her mother, Lindsay Basilaki. Aaron Beavers. Aaron is from Leeton, Missouri. Aaron says, I enjoy getting to help those in need, as I have been in their shoes myself. I want to give something back for those who have cared for me, especially my wife, mother, and healthcare team at the Mayo Clinic. Aaron is coated by his wife. Flemina Binney. Flemina is from Fremont, California. Flemina says, I have always wanted to sincerely help people from my childhood, and I have always been doing it whenever I had a chance. Nursing is the best profession that can make a difference in clients' lives daily through our effective interference and compassion. This is what motivates me to be a nurse. Flemina is coated by her friend and fellow nursing student, Miranda Rodriguez. McKenna Bindle. McKenna is from Smithville, Missouri. McKenna says, I want to be the one that people can lean on in their happiest moments and in their worst moments. What drives me to be a nurse is knowing that I can make a difference in someone else's life. McKenna is coded by her mom, Becky. Preston Brower. Preston is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Preston says, my mom is what drives me to become a nurse. She was very sick and always helped me to learn more about the nursing career. I want to learn more about people with similar diseases and help care for them as best as I can. Preston is coded by his father, Gregory Brower. Ellie Carnahan. Ellie is from Weston, Missouri. Ellie says, I want to be a nurse because I have a passion for helping people, especially the pediatric population. I was a very sick kid and I feel like I can relate to this population. Ellie is coded by friend and fellow nursing student Kylie Gardner. Q Chow. Q is originally from Vietnam, but now lives in St. Joseph, Missouri. Q says, I want to be a nurse because I want to help people. Q is coded by Hai Lee, who is a second semester nursing student. Andrew Sika. Andrew is from Farley, Missouri. Andrew says, what motivates me to be a nurse is the commitment I have to serving Hai Lee, who is a second semester nursing student. And the reward of being able to make someone's day a little bit better. Andrew is coded by his grandmother, Judith Lindstad. Cassidy Porter. Cassidy is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Cassidy says, as a child, I struggled with my own health conditions. I feel like it is my duty to give back since I know what it feels like to be on the patient's end. Cassidy is coded by her mom, Angie Henderson. Jacob Curran. Jacob is from Fillmore, Missouri. Jacob says, I want to be a nurse to provide a smile and good attitude to everyone who needs it wherever I work. Unfortunately, Jacob's wife could not be with us, so he is coding himself. Lauren Curran. Lauren is from Fillmore, Missouri. Lauren says, my mom and dad are both RNs, as well as a majority of my immediate family. My family has inspired me greatly, and my ultimate goal is to have a career that makes a difference in people's daily lives. Lauren is coded by her mom, Denise Caraway, who has been a nurse for 23 years. Aaliyah Dalen. Sorry, folks, we're having some technical difficulty right now. Okay, we're gonna move forward and come back to Aaliyah when we get that fixed. Megan Dalton. Megan is from Kansas City, Missouri. Megan says, what motivates me to become a nurse is that it's a job that makes a difference. And I want to have the opportunity to make a difference for people on the best and worst days of their lives. Megan is coded by her dad, Chris Dalton. Bailey Daniels. Bailey is from Kansas City, Missouri. Bailey says, I want to become a nurse to help others the way that I have needed help in the past and provide the care I didn't receive for those who needed it. I want to be a part of the change that I'd like to see in the healthcare system. Bailey is coded by her mother, Stephanie Abrams. She has been an RN for about 28 years and is currently an assistant manager of Children's Mercy Nurse Advice Line. Abby Dollar. Abby is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Abby says, I want to be a nurse because I have a passion for helping others, and I want to impact people's lives positively. Abby is coded by her dad, James Dollar. Olivia Ducey. Olivia is from Kansas City, Missouri. Olivia says, I want to be a nurse because many of my family members have jobs in healthcare and have been great role models for me and what I want to do. I also want to be a nurse because I want to help increase quality of life in the end of life care and in elderly patients. Olivia is coded by her mom and her dad. Christian Duvall. Christian is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Christian says, I find my drive to be a nurse from my older sister, Kaylee, who graduated with the same degree from Missouri Western. She has been the best role model that anyone could ask for. Christian is coded by his mother, Ann Duvall. Madeline Bidens. Madeline is from Savannah, Missouri. Madeline says, my mom was my first inspiration to become a nurse. I found my passion for nursing in high school, and I love being able to combine science and compassion in care for people. Madeline is coded by her mom, Darcy Fiden, who is a doctor of nursing practice. Fred Flores. Fred is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Fred says, what drives me to be a nurse are the vast opportunities available and the chance to care for people in either their best or their worst times of their life. Fred is coded by his dad, Fredis Flores. Kylie Gardner. Kylie is from Rushville, Missouri. Kylie says, I want to be a nurse because I know firsthand how much of an impact they can have on someone's healthcare journey and their lives. I will take pride in knowing I made someone smile each day. Kylie is coded by her friend and fellow nursing student, Ellie Carnahan. Hadley Golden. Hadley is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Hadley says, my mom drives me to be a nurse because I see how big of a difference she makes in people's lives, and I want to do the same. Hadley is coded by her mom, Stephanie, who is a nurse. Allie Gordon. Allie is from Kansas City, Missouri. Allie says, I aspire to be a great nurse as my mom is. I love when her former patients tell me how she is an amazing labor and delivery nurse. Allie is coded by her mom, Cindy, who is a nurse. Molly Harmon. Molly is from Lee Summit, Missouri. Molly says, what drives me to be a nurse is seeing my grandmother, an infection control nurse, being there for our family when she is needed. And I want to be that person of contact whenever my future family and friends need me. Molly is coded by Abby Blessing, a second semester nursing student at Missouri Western State University. Abby Hill. Abby is from Lee Summit, Missouri. Abby says, my older sister drives me to be a nurse because I see the difference she makes in her patients' lives, and I want to be like her and be a difference. Abby is coded by her friend and fellow nursing student and soccer teammate, Brecken Moreland. Nan Ho. Nan is from Vietnam. Nan says, my dad used to be a veterinarian in Vietnam. When I was a little girl, my dad told me, hey girl, it will be perfect if you become a nurse when you grow up. I save animals' lives, you save people's lives. We're going to save the whole world. Nan is coded by Hailey, who is a second semester nursing student. Michaela Kearns. Michaela is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Michaela says, I want to be a nurse because I want to help people and have a drive to do things beyond myself. Michaela is coded by Jennifer Kearns. Elizabeth Lamberts. Elizabeth is from Lee Summit, Missouri. Elizabeth says, knowing at the end of the day, I will be able to make an impact on someone and help them is what drives me to be a nurse. Elizabeth is coded by her mother, Kristen Ivy. Shantae Lanham. Shantae is from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Shantae says, what drives me to be a nurse is the genuine passion I have to help others. Shantae is coded by her son, Romeo, and daughter, Jakila. Reagan Lavern. Reagan is from Lenexa, Kansas. Reagan says, God gives everyone a gift, and I believe my gift is to serve others. Nursing has provided me with a way to honor my faith, my family, and my loved ones who have passed. To be able to make a difference and care for people in their most vulnerable moments is an honor. Reagan is coded by her mom, Casey Lavin. Claire Linz. Claire is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Claire says, my great-grandma and compassion for people drives me to be a nurse. Claire is coded by Angie Linz. Kenna Mabel. Kenna is from Lawson, Missouri. Kenna says, my Mimi was a nurse for many years, and she inspired me to want to be a nurse from a very young age. Watching me graduate nursing school is one of her biggest dreams, but I know I still have her with me every step of the way. Kenna is coded by her grandfather, Terry Baxley, the husband of her Mimi. Faith McDonald. Faith is from Lee Summit, Missouri. Faith says, the chance to change lives through medicine and individuals one at a time is my reason for becoming a nurse. Faith is coded by her mother, Jan. Grayson McNeely. Grayson is from Gower, Missouri. Grayson says, my grandmother's love and compassion for others is what drives me to be a nurse. Grayson is coded by her mother, Tammy Knoll. Blake Miller. Blake is from Wathena, Kansas. Blake says, being a nurse ensures that every moment spent on the job is one that will significantly impact another's life. I will feel accomplished knowing the people in my community can trust me with their lives. Brett is coded by his dad, Dr. Brett Miller. Fario Mohammed. Fario is from Kansas City, Missouri. She says, I was inspired to be a nurse because of my hospice experience. I volunteered at a local hospice and saw the impact of a kind nurse. It was incredible to see how a person's action can leave long-term impressions. Fario is coded by her sister, Selekwa. Brecken Moreland. Brecken is from Harrisonville, Missouri. Brecken says, my grandpa is the person who has driven me to become a nurse. Since the first time he got sick, I knew I wanted to help people like the nurses who helped him. Brecken is coded by Abigail Hill, a friend, fellow nursing student, and soccer teammate. Alex Murray. Alex is from Kansas City, Missouri. Alex says, I want to be a nurse so that I can help people feel less scared about being in a hospital during a possibly very scary time. Alex is coded by his mom, Danielle Murray. Wynn Nguyen. Wynn is from Vietnam. Wynn says, my goal is to help all those suffering and pain in order to provide relief and a sense of well-being to others. Being a nurse is not only helping others, but also living a meaningful life. Wynn is coded by Kylie, who is a second semester nursing student. Reggie Parksell.
It says it can't start your video.
Here we go. Reggie is from Kansas City, Missouri. Reggie says, I want to become a nurse because I believe I was born to help people. It is something that comes naturally to me, so I believe this is my calling. Reggie is coded by his son, Evan. Stephanie Parsley. Stephanie is from St. Louis, Missouri. Stephanie says, I've always desired a career that was challenging and purposeful, making an impact on people's lives. Nursing is one of the most versatile degrees and allows you to help people in all stages of their moments of their lives. Stephanie is coded by Olivia Forrester. Haley Pierce. Haley is from Baxter, Iowa. Haley says, I am most excited to stick it to everyone that thought I wouldn't make it. I have a love and a passion for helping others. Haley will be coded by her boyfriend, Riley Spates. Bailey Pithen. Bailey is from Chillicothe, Missouri. Bailey says, my biggest motivation to becoming a nurse is family. They are my biggest source of inspiration and my strongest supporters as well. Bailey is coded by her mom, who has been an RN BSN for more than 20 years. Abrea Ray. Abrea is from Smithville, Missouri. She says, I want to be a nurse because I have always wanted to work with people. I would love to have a career that allows me to be with people who need help and who need someone who cares. Abrea is coded by her mom, Sarah, who's been an emergency room nurse for 10 years. Madison Roderick. Madison is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Madison says, I am driven to be a nurse because I have seen how the profession has impacted my mother. I would like to touch lives like she has. Madison is coded by her friend, Maureen Pye. Miranda Rodriguez. Miranda is from Kearney, Missouri. Miranda says, what drives me to be a nurse is the opportunity to support others in need of help. I hope to make a small yet positive impact on the world around me. Miranda is coded by her friend and fellow nursing student, Madeline Bidens. Kaylee Schaefer. Kaylee is from Lee Summit, Missouri. Kaylee says, I want to become a nurse because I grew up watching both of my parents help people as first responders. And I knew that I wanted to have a job that will allow me to help people. My parents and the rest of my family have always supported me, and I want to make them proud. Kaylee is coded by her mother, Joy Schaefer. Michaela Schweitzer. Michaela is from Amazonia, Missouri. Michaela says, my drive to become a nurse is my desire for helping people, and I have always wanted to follow in my mother's footsteps. Michaela is coded by her mom, April Schweitzer, who is a nurse and a graduate from Missouri Western. Anne Tran. Anne is from Vietnam. Anne says, my mom inspires me to be a nurse. I love her work and the way she is taking care of patients. Anne is coded by Kylie, who is a second semester nursing student. Autumn Waddle. Autumn is from Wathena, Kansas. Autumn says, someone that drives me to be a nurse is my grandmother, who passed away last November. Autumn is coded by her mom, Tina Dilly. Sydney Wood. Sydney is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Sydney says, to make a difference drives my desire to be a nurse. Sydney is coded by her mom, Paula Wood. Riley Zimmerman. Riley is from Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Riley says, I want to be a nurse to help people physically, mentally, and emotionally in a crisis situation. God and his example of servanthood is what drives me to become the best nurse I can be. Riley is coded by her mom, Brooklyn, who is an RN with her MSN, and her dad, Zach. Aaliyah Dalen. Aaliyah is from St. Joseph, Missouri. Aaliyah says, I want to be a nurse so that I am able to care for people better physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Aaliyah is coded by her husband, Cole Dalen. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. This does conclude the white coat ceremony for our students. I typically tell them when we're done with the ceremony in person to make sure that their family now takes them out to a very nice meal. So that doesn't mean you don't have to take them out to a nice meal because we're not in person. Go ahead, take them out to a nice meal because all of these students deserve it. Thank you. Have a great day.